I don't go to Greggs very often. When I was younger, I'd used to pick up a slice when I was out and about. But nowadays, if I do pop into a Greggs, I'll typically be getting a baguette. Let's make up for that by trying some of their frozen pastry range. Sausage, bean and cheese melt? Has it always been called that? I've only ever called it a slice. I think my Greggs cred is ruined. I'll be banned from wearing the Greggs brand Crocs they sold at Primark. Fingers crossed it comes out that golden. Even in promo materials, you can never see the cheese. It's not just melted, it's like it's liquefied and blended in. At this stage, it's a little bit like an obese Pop-Tart. The yellow tinge is interesting. Is that an egg wash? Normally you have to do that yourself. That looks pretty good. I'm gonna have to go to Greggs and get one of these to compare. It's exactly how I remember these being from the store. Maybe a bit crispier. Never done a cross-section on one from the store, but I think this might be thicker or less filled, because I remember biting into one of these and having it spill out. Now that is correct, and I use that term because I recently had a Ginster's cheese and bean slice, which was not correct. Here you can see and taste the beans. The sauce isn't a generic tomato, it's specifically the kind of tomato you get with beans, which blends nicely with the cheese. And the sausage is trash, but in a good way, it's supposed to be. Should have saved the sauce for the sausage rolls. This doesn't need it, and I could take it or leave it. I'm not crazy about Greggs sausage rolls. They're fine, but I'm spoiled. I grew up in a little market town with a butcher that sold the thickest filled sausage rolls you've ever seen for just £1. And I really prefer a sausage-focused roll, versus these ones that are all about the pastry. I don't doubt it, I do see people going crazy over these. And again, we've got the alternate orientation. Not a common feature, but is a great idea for display. Again, we've got all that yellow stuff. It must be a wash. It's got to be what's responsible for it coming out so golden. Last time I had one of these from a Greggs, it was not this puffed up. I think this looks a lot better than when you get a fresh one. I'm guessing it's literally exactly the same sausage roll they cook in the store, but my oven must just be better. That is pretty darn good. Light and flaky pastry. The sausage is softer than I'd like, it's almost a paste, but its strength is in how well it is seasoned, without being too salty. Flavor is spot on. My personal preference is a more substantial roll, but this is delicious. Ketchup or brown sauce, and a sausage roll. Match made in heaven. Sweetness and acidity to pair with the saltiness and cut through any grease. I've tried a few different meat replacements over the years, but I don't think I've ever actually tried anything made with corn, even though it's been around forever and everyone knows about it. Mycoprotein, so it's mushroom. I'm sure you've noticed I am not a vegan, but I'm happy to eat vegan food. Unless corn changes my mind about that. Bit of a struggle session there. Further evidence the yellow stuff is an egg wash. It's not on the vegan version. I wonder if the scoring on it is just to indicate that it's vegan so you don't get mixed up, or if it's functional with an effect on how it cooks. Definitely not as attractive as the regular sausage roll. It didn't brown up or gloss up as much. Sounds plenty crispy though. Maybe even more crispy. Looking a little spacious in that shell there. A more browned bottom, okay. Much drier than the real sausage roll, both the pastry and the filling. And the pastry's almost more crumbly than flaky. The filling is even more paste-like than the sausage roll. But it does taste nice. It just doesn't taste like sausage, more like chicken and mushroom. That doesn't really work, it doesn't hit right, and it really highlights how much more flavorful the regular roll is. This one just is not seasoned as well. To be fair, we gotta do a head-to-head though, and we are gonna bite the end. First up, regular. With that fresh in my mind, let's compare it to the vegan. Yeah, okay, there's no contest. The regular roll wins. It's not even close. Probably noticed that everything's been costing $3.50. That's what my receipt says. My receipt also says under each pair of items that there's a 2 for £6 deal, but that deal only subtracts 50p. If they turn out looking like this, I'm gonna be happy. Yeah, this is a great sign. The thick puck of dough that's actually going to be baked instead of reheating something partially done. I'm getting excited. Alright, into the oven it goes. They're not ruined, but I definitely put them in for a little less than they instruct. This is what happened when I followed their instructions exactly. It's just a little caramelized. It's going to be a crumbly one. I do prefer them soft and chewy. Which we might get a bit of, actually. Look at that. That darkened edge is no problem at all. It doesn't taste burnt. It is crumbly, crunchy, rich, and buttery. The cookie itself is not overly sugary, which lets the chocolate chips shine as a source of sweetness. The very middle's a little bit soft as well, and that helps the flavor linger in your mouth afterwards with the stickiness of the chocolate. Even a bit over, these are great. Now this isn't something you'll get in Greg's, but I figured I'd need a drink, and I'm becoming quite the fan of Jimmy's. I typically drink my coffee black, but as far as milky iced coffee goes, they have a really solid base flavor. I don't smell waffle exactly. There's a caramelized sugar smell though, for sure. Just like their donut one, I like it, but it doesn't taste like what it says on the tin. Blindfolded, no one is going to say waffle. There is, however, a smooth, sweet caramel alongside a bitter burnt sugar edge, all without being overly sweet. Don't get me wrong, it's sweet, but we're not talking Starbucks abomination sweet. I'd buy another one. However, that is all for this time. What's your go-to Greg's order? Or if you don't have Greg's, what do you get at your local bakery? Let me know down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more Super Yummy Munchie Cat.